Hello everyone, this is our first YouTube video, and over here I've got little Miss Daisy Duke. That's her full kennel name. We just call her Daisy Duke. As you can tell, she's very soft, she's very mellow. We have just been doing a training session, and mentally I think it worked. She's mentally exhausted. It's almost lunchtime as well, so soon we'll be feeding you, won't we, Daisy? When we were looking for a Boerboel, also known as a South African Mastiff, if you don't know the breed, we were struggling to find real live examples of what do they look like, what kind of personality do they have. There were quite a few videos, there were quite a few pictures, but usually it's these big males looking very imposing or looking very threatening, or it's these out of context pictures and images and all sorts of media content where you don't really get a sense for how big they really are, how wide, how massive, what kind of frame do they have. So the aim of our small family channel here on YouTube is to show you how it's like to live, share life's experiences, but also give you real context of what do they look like, how much do they weigh, what's their size, how do they grow, so that at home, if you have furniture, if you have other pets, if you have a measuring tape, you can see and you can have a better idea of what it's like to have a Boerboel. Gently, gently, gently. What's this here? What's this here? Daisy, come on. Oh, you big girl. As you can tell, she's ferocious. Come on, Daisy, let's go. Let's say hello to these nice people on the YouTubes. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, I've got something here for you. What is this? What is this over here? Come on, what's this over here? Oh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Come on. Come on, everyone at home wants to see you. Come on, come on. Good girl. So, Daisy Duke is 19 weeks old, and she is now 21.5 kilos. Okay, she is color red, although that doesn't quite translate, but I would say that's the standard color denomination. She is very soft, she's very kind, she's very gentle. Now, 21.4 kilos, and also let's try and measure up. Now, these are not measures that anyone would take down as a standard. Breeders definitely don't use them. But again, this is just to give you context, to give you an understanding of what we are really looking at. So if we measure to the withers, we are looking at approximately, there we go, approximately 50 centimeters. Another measurement that might be useful is if we do the same, but to the top of her tail set. That's 47 centimeters. As she grows, on occasion, her back will look slightly taller. But again, this is just for information purposes. Another one that might be useful is, let's say, from the top of her nose to the back of the tail set. And again, roughly speaking, that would be 78 centimeters. And finally, something that's useful in terms of just standard height would be to the top of the head. Gently, gently. To the base. So let's say around 64-65 centimeters. I mean, this should give you a better understanding of the dimensions. Like I said, she's just turned 19 weeks old today. She still has quite a lot to grow. People have also asked us, how big are the heads? Notorious big heads for Boerboels. Well, little Daisy Duke here has got around 43 centimeters. And on the chest, before she goes off to sleep, on the chest we are looking at 64 centimeters. So these are Daisy Duke's measurements. She's very soft, she's very kind-hearted, she's very gentle. So really, when we looked at Boerboels, it wasn't easy. I mean, I've looked at the breed for a couple of years. Originally, we were just going to try and have a Boerboel to join our German Weimaraner. It was big, not the Boerboel big. It was around 40 kilos or so. And at the time, we wanted a companion. Unfortunately, our previous dog, Winston, the Weimaraner, unexpectedly passed away last year. And our daughter, who's now 6, she was absolutely devastated. All she ever knew was having dogs around. Winston was 7 at the time, he was a year older than her. And ever since then, the desire to have another dog became quite pressing, and we started looking for breeders in our local area. We spoke to a few people, and to be very honest, they were all absolutely amazing, really nice, kind, honest people. I mean, these are big, massive, mastiff dogs, so you do need to have some sort of understanding of how to deal and relate to a big dog. You don't necessarily need the previous experience, but having it would help a lot. What you do need to have is an understanding on who's boss, who's in charge, what's the pecking order, and how does this dog fit into, you know, your family environment, your family dynamics, especially if you have children around the house. They need to be obviously considered. The dog should always be at the bottom of that pecking order, which is not a bad thing, which is not a negative thing. It's just helping the dog find its own place. She's got a lot to deal with now. She came to us slightly older than what we anticipated, but again, these are slow maturing dogs. They will take anywhere up to 2.5, maybe even 3 years to fully grow, develop, have an adult body set, and, you know, bulk up. Mentally the same. They take quite a while to achieve that maturity. But as you can tell, the breeder we went for really knows his business. Not only is she a stunning, beautiful animal, she's also very kind-hearted, very soft. This extends to our young daughter as well. She's always very gentle. Breeding that temperament on the back of having a good, strong genetic line, bloodline, trust the blood, like our breeder says. It does show absolutely. So on our channel moving forward, what we're going to do is we're going to do a weekly measuring and weighing session, so you can see how little Daisy Duke here develops and grows. We're also going to bring you on board to show what we're going to do with her diet. Currently she's on puppy kibble, Eukanuba. We do plan eventually to transition her into raw. I understand, like with all things, you go on the internet and there's a lot of controversy. Is it good, is it bad? Some people swear by it, other people say it's not good at all. We've always had good experiences with raw. Our previous dog, again, he was raw fed from the breeder straight to us, and we always kept him raw fed through his entire life. Never once did he have to go to the vets. His coat was always shiny, it was always healthy, it was always good looking animal. And the same I think we will try and do here with Daisy. So transitioning from kibble to raw is a topic that I think will be of interest to a lot of people. We'll be doing some massage. we'll be doing some, that's okay, just having a joke. It was a dog joke. It was a doggy joke. Obedience is a big thing. Daisy here picked up 2 basic commands: sit and go within 10-15 minutes. She is very food driven, motivated, but even so, I mean, she's having 4 meals right now because she's still a pup. Soon enough she'll go on to 3 meals a day. Right now she's having around 150 to 200 grams per meal 4 times a day. We are also trying to do some house training, potty training, whatever you want to call it, because that she's not fully 100% sure about yet. And we've had a few accidents, but again, this is all to be expected when you come come home with a puppy, even if the breeder has tried their best. So all these things to the mind of a young puppy can cause some stress, can cause a feeling of uncertainty. It is particularly important that you show some understanding and you are soft and you set up your dog to succeed. I think that's the number one key lesson here. Set up your dog to succeed and then try and build up from that. So on the next videos, those are some of the things we will be doing. In the meantime, please, I would like to ask you to follow our channel, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. We're just a small family channel. Your help, your subscriptions will be tremendously important to us. Also, please follow us on Instagram, same name. Just go on there and follow us. We try and release little shorts and videos on a routine basis. It would be really nice if all the people who love dogs, who love big dogs, who love Boerboel dogs, can come and join us in this adventure. And whatever you think you would like to see, or questions or doubts, we'll be more than happy to do a little video about it and share these experiences with you, okay? Daisy Duke, say goodbye to everyone. There you go. She loves you as well. We need to teach you how to bark, don't we? That'll be another video. Yeah, so we will see you soon. Have a great time, guys, and thank you for watching. Take care. Good girl. You've done well. Good girl.